Hi guys, Raven here, and today I have another review, as promised, and it is the review of the brand new Keeper of Traken set, which was released a couple of days ago, and it has just arrived, so I thought I would basically unbox and review this set for you guys. Okay, let's crack on with it. Straight away, the first thing I noticed is this set isn't anywhere near as big as some of the other sets that we've been getting, like the Image of Fendal, Enemies of the Third Doctor set, etc. There is like potentially, well, 3 figures and an accessory, and they packed it up pretty small, which is really good because obviously, there's lack of space in my room and probably all of your rooms as well. So it's good that they've condensed it down. On the front, we've got the standard packaging now that we yet have come to see. A little bit about the Fourth Doctor, pictures of the Master, the Decaying Master, a picture of the Melka. On here it says, includes the Fourth Doctor, the Master Decayed, the Melka statue, and Source Manipulator Sphere. Kind of doesn't mention the fact that the Master's TARDIS is, included as well, but I don't know why they decided not to say that. On this bit here it says posable action figures and monster, which is quite funny. On the side you've got a picture of the Melka, you've got a picture of the Master. On the back is really nice, as you can see there. A few more pictures and a brief description of the Keeper of Traken, which was made in 1981. And on this side, another couple of pictures. Now, it just looks like a fantastic set, so I ain't going to wait any longer. I'm going to open this set. So all it takes is just a penknife down the side of there. Opens up quite nicely. And hopefully, with any luck... there we go. Okay, so let me just put this box around the back. There we go. There we go. And as you can see, this is the inlay of the set, attached by sellotape at the top here, so a little bit of an incision to cut that and cut that to release it. I will show you the figures just a minute. I'll show them in a minute. I'm just going to show you the background that we have. As you can see, you've got a TARDIS and you've got Traken. That's obviously the planet that the Doctor and Adric land on. You've also got part of the Keeper's chamber on that side, and on this side it's just more jungle. It is great, like, quality detailing. I really I'm enjoying finding out and looking at what the backing sets are going to be. I think they're really brilliant. I mean, if you hold it up to the camera like that, that could just be, a picture, but it is just a bit of cardboard. Well, it is a picture, but you know what I mean. It just looks really, really good. It could almost be the episode. If I just move the camera about, it's fantastic. So I'm really, really glad. It's only small things that make me happy, obviously. Anyway, so that's that. And more importantly, obviously, is the actual figures. As you can see, you've got the Master's TARDIS, which is being put in sideways to save space, I suppose. A Decaying Master, the Melka, and the Fourth Doctor, who seems to be holding the Source Manipulator Sphere, which is rather cool. So I want to crack on and get these figures out, and I have. Let's move this camera back a little bit. Okay, so there we go. There's the set. Now, the first figure I'm going to review is the Master, so I'm just going to move these other figures to the side. Okay, so the Master. As you can see, it is quite similar to the Master from Wave 2. This is played by a different actor, this Master, hence why his face obviously looks quite a lot different. He's very black. He's basically just covered in a black dirty kind of robe. Very rough texture on all round the figure, even on his hood, which adds to the detail. The articulation, his arms do a 360 at the elbows, and his wrists do a 360. That's about all the articulation on. You can't really at the shoulder, obviously, because of the jacket getting in the way. Head articulation, the head does not move, but the face kind of moves left and right very slightly, but as I say, not really by much. His legs, if you can find them, in here there is articulation, standard articulation of the legs, but of course is very restricted because of the cape that he's wearing. The main thing about this figure that I was impressed about when I first saw it was obviously, to me anyway, is just the detailing of the actual figure. You know, it looks like they've gone above and beyond this time. I wasn't very happy with the Wave 2 Master that came out a couple of years ago. Thought that was a bit naff, to be honest. But this more than makes up for it. And now standing this next to the Wave 2 Master, yes, this one looks better, but I can kind of see that the Wave 2 one wasn't that bad, considering. So, really happy that this figure's finally been, made. I would like to see a couple more Anthony Ainley figures released, but as I say, for now, I'm happy with having this master. I mean, also the detailing on his jacket. You can see there it kind of splits open up to his waistline, so that's quite nice. And on the back, it's even got holes in it to show how torn and raggedy it is, which is really nice. His hands are very dark brown and black, and so is his face. And the quality or detailing on his face, as you can see, they've really done well to capture his master. I think it's Roger Pratt or something like that. They've really captured his kind of menacing master look. So that's the master. Another part of his set is the Master's TARDIS, which is the grandfather clock. This is rotocast. It's not like an actual figure really. It's kind of like the base that Sil sits on. It's made out of that sort of material, with a little hole in the bottom there. The detailing on this figure is good. The clock's at 5 to midnight. Whether that has any thing to do with the story, I can't really remember, to be honest. But basically you do see the Master slipping into this TARDIS right at the end of the episode, as he's turning into Anthony Ainley, I believe. But yeah, so the detailing is good really. There's a sticker on the front here. This sticker's been placed very well, and the sticker for the clock as well is placed well. Basically just a brown all the way around. It's on like a little plinth here with four little feet, so it stands quite nice. Quite basic really. I mean, there's not much more I can say about it. It's a nice added bonus, I suppose, to this set really. Okay, so the next figure I'm going to review is the Melka, and here he is. Now this figure is kind of, well, the articulation of this figure isn't that great. I mean, you've got a bit of articulation here at the arms. There's no articulation here. It's been glued, and there's no articulation on his fists. His head does rotate 360, which is nice. His leg articulation is a little bit confusing. He's on ball joints, as you can see there, so there is articulation there, but as I say, it's not much. There's no articulation at the knees, and there's no articulation at the feet either. So that's about it for the articulation of this figure. You kind of have to, if I just zoom down, stand this figure with one foot in front of the other, because if you stand both legs together, it kind of, as you can see, stands like that with its leg in the air. So don't think it's broken, just kind of have one foot forward. I think it's quite a nice feature actually. Obviously you can display the arms up like that, but in the show they were down by his side. It would have been nice perhaps to have a few flowers as well, maybe just to add to the bottom, but I'm only joking really. I can't even remember what her name is, but like Nissa's sister or mum or something leaves flowers for him. But yeah, so the detailing of this figure, obviously it is just one main colour, like the brown colour, but it's got like dirty washes in various places, which is nice. One thing I like about this figure is the detailing in the head. As you can see, he's got red eyes, which are kind of penetrating the camera right now, which is cool. And his little like visor thing goes around his head with his little smiley face. That's, well, his frowning face, shall I say? You know, it looks really really good. I would say it probably looks better on camera than in real life, but it still is a very good figure to display. Obviously, you know, we are now getting quite a few great sets, so our displays are becoming nicer and nicer and nicer as time gets on. So that's the Melker, and finally we have the fourth Doctor, Tom Baker, with a sonic screwdriver and with a source manipulator, but I'll get into that in a minute. The sonic screwdriver, as you can see there, is just a standard sonic screwdriver, although I think they might have added a little extra bit of black on this one. It looks a little bit, well, slightly different, but you can be a judge of that. The figure itself, articulation, you've got 360 in the arms. Head does turn 360, but be careful because it'd probably get like paint marks on the shirt, so I wouldn't recommend it. My one's legs are rather wobbly. There is articulation, of course. His knees do a little thing there, and there is articulation in a boot as well, so there's plenty of articulation in this figure. I'm just a little bit disappointed that his legs seem so wobbly. Now, it's the first time we've had a jacketless fourth Doctor with no scarf. It does look a bit strange when you look at it for the first time, but when you get used to it, like I have now, it does look really, really good, and it's a good variant. His face is a little bit freaky looking. Don't know why they've given him such a weird face, but I guess he always has a weird face, I don't know. But the detailing is nice. He's got white sleeves, he's got his waistcoat on there, red with like a gold detailing. He's got his, I don't know if you can really see it, but he's got his white lapels with the question marks on there as well. Just about to see that. His trousers, the same sort of colour, burgundy, as his waistcoat, and he's got brown boots on, which are quite nice. There's also detailing on the back. You've got a little belt buckle strap that's gone round, which is nice. Overall, it's actually a really, really good variant of Tom Baker. I'm thoroughly impressed with it now that I've actually got it in my hands. As you can see, like that, it just looks brilliant from all angles. When I first saw the prototype, I was like, uh-oh, you know, it looks like wrong, it looks a bit weird. But once you get it in your hands, you realise it's actually really, really cool. And another part of this set is the source manipulator sphere, which just fell down. All it is well, it's a sphere, and this sphere is taken from the Destiny of the Daleks set. Davros kind of has on his seat. That's the same, and they've obviously just made a couple of components, stuck them down to a green bit of plastic. It is plastic, I think. There's obviously no articulation. Now, a good thing about this figure with this accessory, it does quite easily, as you can see, fit in his hands. Obviously, to get him to stand up with it, you might want to bend his legs back a little bit, because obviously it might fall down. Whoops! But as you can see, he holds it perfectly there. So it's great to have had, as I say, more accessories and more variants and more figures, because our sets really are going to begin to build up nicely now. Yeah, so they're really bringing out some great figures now, so I'm really, really excited. There is so much more to look forward to, I'm sure, but this has been the Keeper of Traken set. I shall be reviewing the 7th Doctor single release very soon, but for now, I hope you've enjoyed my review of the Keeper of Traken set. Take care, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.